Hi everyone, my name is Mohammad Amin Jinnah and I'm from Group 2. So the topic we are presenting today is cryptocurrency and security. So the names of my team members are Mohammad Amin Jinnah, that's who I am, Avishant Ambati, Pranath Kumar and Namrata. Okay, so let's start with the introduction. So cryptocurrency can be defined as a virtual currency secured by cryptography. It allows us to make secure online payments, that is digitally known as tokens. It is a fast transaction process with reduced transaction costs. Also, most of the cryptocurrency works on decentralized networks, which allows it to run independently without any central or government authority. Okay, so the two main aims and objectives for cryptocurrency are: the goal of cryptocurrency is to remove the issues that comes with banking. For instance, there are no limits to how much money you can transfer using Bitcoin. Also, it is almost impossible to get hacked because of how secure it is. Secondly, this project aims to explain the working principles of cryptocurrency and various security threats that came along. Okay, so let's start with the history of cryptocurrency, that how cryptocurrency came in origin. So back in old days, barter trade used to happen, like goods in exchange for goods. So let's see, for example, that a person used to carry a bag full of wheat to exchange it with a pair of slippers. But there was a problem in the barter system, that if a person wants slippers in exchange of wheat, the person who sells slippers may not need wheat, or it can be a vice versa. So to overcome this problem, people came up with classic gold standard. By this, people can be able to buy things which they wanted through exchange of gold. They used to set certain amount of gold for each product, but then people realized that they have to carry a lot of gold in order to buy things they wanted. So in order to overcome this problem, government agreed to give currency notes based on the gold value. So now there is no need to carry gold. People can trade using paper money. Then the world war has started. Government has started to print their own money at full power to meet their war expenses. So that's when they decided to cut their ties to the gold standard. Now the tie to gold was cut to solve these currencies were pegged to US dollars, which in turn pegged to gold reserves of the country at a fixed rate. So then the concept of fiat money come in, a system which is used globally with variable exchange rate between two currencies. Variable exchange rate basically denotes the currency rates may be changed based on demand and supply. But the problem with the fiat money is that it gives greater power to central bank over the economy. They can control how much money can be printed, which in turn leads to hyperinflation. So to solve this problem, here comes the concept of cryptocurrency, which are considered as like digital assets. These cryptocurrencies are decentralized and run by the nodes. Like for example, to control the unlimited supply of money, the supply of Bitcoin was capped to like 21 million. Okay, so how does this cryptocurrency work? Before coming to like how it works, we need to understand some of the terminologies that is related to the blockchain technology. So the first comes in our nodes. What is a node? Like a node is the crypto network is any computer that is constantly running the crypto core software that enables computers to download and store the entire crypto blockchain and also verify and record the new transaction as they happen. Second, it's like peer-to-peer. It's also called P2P. So P2P computing or networking is a distributed application architecture that partitions tasks or workloads between peers. Peers are equally privileged, equipotent participants in the application. They are set to form a peer-to-peer network of nodes. Thirdly, it comes like cryptography. Cryptography is a form of internet security. It is process of turning information into code, like encrypted code, so that only the intended recipient can access the information. Encrypting data protects information from like would be from the hackers known the cryptography world as adversaries. We can encrypt data in a few different ways. Each has benefits and drawbacks, and we can also use them to create a more robust encryption process. Third comes the altcoins. Coins other than bitcoins are termed as altcoins, like for example Ethereum, Dogecoin, etc. The last terminology that you have to know is miners. A miner, on the other hand, is a dedicated computer system that runs high computing hardware to add new sets, like read blocks of transactions to the blockchain and generate new bitcoins, which with each block. But to add new transaction, you first need to know what transactions are requested, which is why every miner first needs to be a node that can receive and record new transactions. On the contrary, every node does not have to be a miner. Anyone can run a node with simple hardware for the purpose of securing the Bitcoin network and having a real-time record of all Bitcoin's transactions. Next, I'd like Avishant to continue.
Yeah, let's see how does cryptocurrency work. Let us assume Hema wants to send her 2 bitcoins to Sushma through a digital wallet. Then the transaction has to be approved at least by 50% of the nodes. Transaction details are not in plain text. It involves a complex algorithm which are solved and approved by nodes. This process is done using cryptography. Once the transaction is verified by the nodes, it is called proof of work, which is added and stored in the block. As there are number of transactions occur each minute, one block won't be sufficient to store. So nodes store the detailed transaction in next sequential block, which are linked to previously filled block using a chain known as blockchain. The verified transaction details are updated to all the nodes. Next slide, please. Let us see some of the threats on cryptocurrency. There is no central authority to supervise transaction and overall crypto operations because cryptocurrencies are completely decentralized. Furthermore, cryptocurrencies are governed by a minimal set of rules. As a result, bitcoins are a sanctuary for criminals. Unless cyber security safeguards are improved, every business that uses Bitcoin will be a target. Cyber criminals are able to buy and trade through virtual currencies without being detected. Aside from all that, all organizations that conduct cryptocurrency exchanges face numerous hazards. Users of Bitcoin's exchange and traders can run of making bad trades that results in big losses. The following are some of the most common cyber threats. The first one is malware. Cryptocurrency related malware infects mining machines and steals victim computer resources. This is also capable of stealing cryptocurrency from online wallets. This malware is often a sleuthy infection that forms the resources on system to earn cash for cyber criminals in charge. Examples include computers, smartphones. The second one is keys that are both private and public. Cryptocurrency relies heavily on these keys. When you send Bitcoin to someone else, you do use their public key, which is similar to an email address, to unlock the transaction. The recipient uses a private key similar to email password. Just knowing someone's email does not grant you access to their account. Knowing someone's public key does not grant your access to their crypto. In some cases, though, quantum computing may theoretically allow a hacker precisely accomplish this task. The third one is crypto mining. Crypto mining, often known as crypto mining, cryptocurrency mining is also often known as crypto mining. Is the process of earning cryptocurrency through which individuals mine cryptocurrency by solving mathematical problems involved in transaction, validating using crypto mining software. Each equation is solved confirms a transaction and earns a reward in cryptocurrency. The fourth one is cryptojacking. To mine cryptocurrency, you need a lot of processing power to do cryptographic calculations. Cryptojacking happens when hostile cyber actors illegally install crypto mining software on victim device and systems exploiting weakness in web pages, softwares, and operating systems. Let us go into some more detail of cryptojacking. Next slide, please. Cryptojacking can affect any internet connected device with CPU. The following are some of the most often targeted devices: computer systems and network devices, including those connected to networks for information technology and industrial control systems. Internet of Things devices is internet-enabled gadgets that are vulnerable to some vulnerabilities are computers, printers, and video cameras, smartphones. Protection from this cryptojacking will be continued by our teammate Namrata.
Hello everyone, this is Namrata. Cryptojacking is basically it's a type of cybercrime where the criminal can secretly use the victim's power and then generate the cryptocurrency. So there are some measures through which we can prevent this cryptocurrency, like the cryptojacking. The first one is the antivirus software. This antivirus software can detect and protect the computer against using the malware, and then the owner or the operator can remove the potentially harmful application before it can cause any harm to the software. The second one is updating the software, and the software upgrades are used to prevent the attackers from exploiting the whole system. The next one is using strong passwords. So the main thing is we have to make sure the passwords are strong, and we have to choose the passwords that are difficult to guess for the attackers, and that can keep them separate for different programs and devices. The next one is the changing of the default username and password. So there are many people who use the same username that the company gives. So making these passwords strong and unique can prevent from cryptojacking. The next one is looking into the system's privilege policies. Examine user accounts to ensure that users with administrator privileges have a legitimate need for them. General user accounts should not be allowed to do the administrative tasks. Also, we have to prevent unknown executables from running on their own. We have to consider using application allowed lists. The last one is downloading files from websites should be avoided. People usually download files from some untrustworthy websites, where, like, when we download files from a secure website, we should look for a genuine website certificate. Next slide. So there are some strategies related to the cryptocurrency. The first one is do not self-custody private keys. So there are alphanumeric codes which are access a crypto wallet. They should never be in the possession of a single individual or a single wallet. It also shouldn't be in the hands of a firm that has adequate firewalls between the custody. The next one is spread assets across more than one digital wallet. As discussed earlier, let us assume that we have a firm of $100 million in crypto assets, which are tied to different clients. So we should never put the $100 million in a single online wallet, because if one of that is hacked or breached, then they'd have access to each and everything. So the best possible way is to spread all the funds over different wallets. And this is very similar like to create different bank accounts and distributing to assets. So this is especially critical for cryptocurrencies because of its digital form. And next, use cold wallets and hot wallets. So you don't need the whole amount in a hot wallet unless you are intending to trade the full amount in a single given day. So depending on your strategy and the portfolio, you can be trading 1%, 3%, or 5%. So it is more safer technique to safeguard all the assets in the majority of digital assets. So this is similar to having both savings account and a checking account, where you put the money that you use daily in one account and rest in the savings account. So the next one is implementing policies to reduce risk. So we should develop a basic risk management practice when dealing with big sums. So as the quantity of asset value at risk grows, these procedures should be complex. We have to create dual control processes that require at least two persons to initiate any transaction. Also, we have to ensure that the workers with cryptocurrency related power or responsibility have passed a background check. Next is hiring specialty vendors to help protect assets. There are several vendors which they develop that specialize in delivering ongoing this money laundering. So to support the crypto industry, a third-party specialist digital um, assets have developed. Um, so we have to conduct due diligence on security. So basically, there are two types of security. There's physical security and there is digital security. We just have to make sure that the mistake of believing that the outsource something, it no longer affects them. So when using a vendor, we have to safeguard the digital assets. And then consulting with a specialized insurance broker. When you're dealing with a descriptive sector, you need insurance and you need risk management counsel that target the individual needs. That is what a skilled broker can provide. If something goes wrong, they may also teach you to to tell you and they teach you about the claims procedure. Also, working with a broker who understands the technology and financial services might help you identify the risk areas that you did not consider before. That is all. And next slide will be presented by Pranav.
Hello everyone, my name is Pranav. Above, my friends have explained everything about the cryptocurrencies. Nowadays, we are facing many threats, and there are many possibilities to overcome the threats, and which were explained by my friends. There are some advantages and disadvantages for the cryptocurrencies. I want to explain a few of them. The first one is inflation protection. Many currencies have a lot of value due to the loss of value due to the inflation. Almost all cryptocurrencies were published in a hard and fast number at the time of their initial releases. The quantity of each coin is shown in ASCII computer. On the earth, only 21 billion bitcoins have been released. When a result as a demand rises, its value rises, allowing it to keep its worth in the market and prevent inflation in the long run. And let's talk about the self-government and manage. Managing and sustaining any currency is also important aspect of its growth. Developers, miners store cryptocurrency transaction in a hardware and earn no transaction fee. Now that the miner has it, it retains accurate and up-to-date transaction logs, preventing Bitcoin integrity and decentralized record keeping, which also helps. It also helps to keep the coin safe. And one more most important thing is decentralized. The fact that cryptocurrencies are essentially decentralized is a significant advantage. Many cryptocurrencies are controlled by the developers who use them, as well as the individual who hold a significant quantity of cryptocurrency, or a company that is creating it before it released to the general public. Decentralization helps keep the currency monopoly free and under check, unlike fiat currencies, which are controlled by the government, which is already explained by one of my friend. As a result, no single entity can control the flow, and hence the value of the coin ensuring its stability and security. These are the few important advantages of the cryptocurrencies. Now look into the disadvantages. Can you please change the slide? Coming to the disadvantages of the cryptocurrencies, these are the few of disadvantages of the cryptocurrencies. Coming to the illegal transaction, Bitcoin transactions are so private and safe, it's impossible for authorities to trace down or keep track of anybody using the wallet's address. Bitcoin has historically been used as a method of payment, as an exchanging money in a number of illegal activities. including the purchases of the drugs on the darknet. Some people have also utilized it to hide the source of their unlawful obtained money by converting it into through a trustworthy middleman. Let's take an example of an illegal transaction which was recently happened in a dark web. There's a person who wants to, I just want to explain the process of transaction in a dark web. The person A wants to buy something from the person B, but in the modern world and in the present world, the transaction will be between the person A and the person B. Coming to the dark web, the transaction would not be with the person A and person B. There's another person called as C, who is called as escrow. So what the escrow person do is, he's gonna take the product from person A, and he gonna take money from the person B, and he will take the commission from the person who is going to buy product and who is going to sell the product, and he keep the commission with him, and he change the products. So the product which was ordered by B from A is given to the B, and the money which is given by the B to A is given by the person who is called escrow. So these are the sum of transaction will be happen dark webs. And there's also one more disadvantage is the risk of data loss. The designers aim to create completely invisible ASCII text as well as a robust hacker's defense and the impenetrable authentication system. It would make strong money in a cryptocurrency safer than the storing in it actual cash or bank wallets. However, if a user loses their wallet private key, there's no way to recover it. The wallet as well as the number of coins within will be kept secure. It could lead to the user's demise. Vulnerables to hack. Although cryptocurrencies are extremely safe, exchanges do not appear to be. Most exchanges saves users' wallet data in order to correctly determine their user ID. Hackers frequently steal this information, giving them access to the large number of accounts. These hackers can quickly move funds from their accounts once they have gained access. Some exchanges like Bitfinex and Mt. have been hacked in recent years, and Bitcoins worth tons of thousands of dollars have been stolen. Although most exchanges currencies are extremely safe, there is always the risk of new hack in the cryptocurrency world. So these are some of the disadvantages. I just want to conclude our project. Can you please change the screen? Coming to the conclusion, the Bitcoin is the first known successful implementation of concept known as cryptocurrency, but it is still in an immature state, and developers are continuously putting their efforts to reduce the vulnerability of the Bitcoin. The main threats for the Bitcoin are vulnerability in the mining process and transaction, and lack of security during the storage of coins on the online pools. The recent research efforts are going on to reduce the threats that come forward during the mining process. The mining process of the Bitcoin is potentially vulnerable under attacks like less than 50% attack and the selfish mining attacks. To provide security against the attack on the mining process, the frameworks of the Bitcoin protocols need to be changed, and since the Bitcoin is needed a decentralized cryptocurrency, the protocols are accepted by all the users to change the protocol set of Bitcoin. The agreement of majority of the users, approximately 80%, is needed. Thus, the implementation of the Bitcoin protocol security seems somewhat complex.
Well, thank you so much, everyone. I hope you liked our presentation. Please grade us well. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.